Sorry for lateness. I was having technical difficulty on my end. But like always, happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. Guys, on your way in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not done so already. And also hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Because remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Even though we're late today, but we do go live we do go live 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. Akeem Jordan, what is popping like and what is cracking?
Chilling, maintaining, brother. You know we here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same with me, man. Another good day, another productive day. Friday evening. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it.
There you go ahead, Jordan. Let's get it then.
What's going on, people? What's going on? Thank you guys for joining the chat and everything. We're gonna get right into it. So there was a video that went viral on TikTok, and this is going viral on social media that had people buzzing about dating. So I'm gonna do something real. I'm gonna do it like this. I can play the video real quick, and then I'm gonna explain it.
So I just left the restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that I guess is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I'm trying to do everything that's right, and I just get stood up. Like, my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself and realizing that nobody even cares about people anymore. Like, alien dating shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody. It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love. To kind one another. Like, what? Ladies, tell me, what did I do wrong? So I just left the...
Now, Ronnie sent this video, and actually, Kendra G, she posted this video on her Instagram. Shout out to Kendra G. Make sure you subscribe to her channel with her dating channel, which is she's on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So shout out to Kendra G. And I do want to say this too, what she said about this on her Instagram, what she posted. And she said this: women come on my show every day saying they want a good man, but good men with these type of characteristics are passed over every day. Nah, I don't know if this was a skit. Some saying that he was a comedian, but nevertheless to say this happens. I can tell you why too. Women say they want a nice guy, but secretly they don't. They want tall, dark, handsome with a big penis and one that makes six figures. And her girlfriend is your world. Desire what you like, but this man is ready to settle down, build a life with someone. Keyword ready. Stop chasing men, period, but really stop chasing men who aren't ready to settle down. If that's what you want, this man wants a woman to start a family with. Hit him up. Well, he just said hit him up if you got good intentions. So it goes to what we're talking about, which is dating is done, especially here it's 2023. You got this man who's, he was talking to a girl, talking to the woman, and looking for attention, just to find a wife and build a family with. And unfortunately, they made plans and, go out to eat, go out to dinner, and he's getting ready. And then, the date didn't show up. I guess, the lady, she didn't call and say, hey, I'm not going to make it, or I'm going to be late, or, just whatever, or, reschedule her date or anything. She just stood him up and everything. And it goes around, not just him, but it goes around, around America, here in LA, here in New York, Miami, Houston, Atlanta, just like, people don't know how to date no more. They don't know how to date no more, they don't know what take the next steps, to court, or just not just to court, but do dating period, get to know somebody, You know, get to know one each other, what your likes, dislikes, what your short-term girls, long-term girls, you want kids, you want to be married, et cetera, et cetera. And now, you know, a lot of, not just him, but a lot of men feels like say, hey, you know, it should, like I said, why is it so hard to find somebody just to spend the rest of their life with, or, you know, or really just to talk to, or just date in general and everything. So I'm gonna pass it to you guys. You know, what you feel about, you know, this guy, and how you feel, you guys, about the dating market, which we talked about before. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Now, I have been one of them guys before, been stood up, but I never had gifts in my hands. He took it a whole nother notch. Now I understand that sometimes you can meet some of these girls online and you feel like, oh man, these be the girl on my quote unquote dream. But when you get prepared, just dressed, looking good, and the girl don't show up for a date, of course you're gonna be devastated. Cause remember, it's a lot of time invested and all that, also resources. Cause you probably were trying to take her. I won't be surprised. Probably to an expensive restaurant, and then she probably went on the curve, came, pull up, saw how the guy looked, took off. Because you know they say sometimes everybody profile look totally different. So remember, I think we did a reaction video which will be coming out soon. When there was a a man that also got catfish, but he thought a woman looked like a certain woman online. So, but this one right here, because you know the topic is why dating is dumb. This is a prime reason why dating is dumb, because some of the fact is you wasting a person's time, especially when you're dealing with someone that's not really serious. You know, just some people got like, you know, people are laughing at this dude right now on social media. They laughing at the dude, but put yourself in that dude's situation. Even for the female, put yourself in that dude's situation. Because there's been female that also got stirring up too as well, but that never get promoted. That's my take for now. Go ahead, okay.
Thank you so much, brother. I want to give a shout out to Sky and Sherry Bryant. Thank you so much. Thank you so. They say I'm looking sharp out here. I'm trying. Listen, I'm trying to look like you, Sky. You know me. Your mama was telling me I need to clean up. She told me get right. You feel me? I'm trying to be like y'all. Shout outs to Love Live 30 off her Twitch. Hey, compo to wave, and motivation to vision. So here's my thing. I want you to look at that brother and tell me, is he the type of brother that majority of our women will want to date?
Yes, seems like he's making money. Yes.
No. He does. How you doing, Miss Barry White? He does make money, but he's typically not the archetype of what most women our women want. I could tell he's a little bit overweight. He wears glasses. He's not shaved. He brought roses. Our women like a particular type of men, and not all women, but he probably went after a certain type of woman that probably doesn't understand that he probably was out of his price range. And I always say that. And you know, I mentioned that couple podcasts ago. And I say that you know what I mean, a lot of us want women that are out of our price range. And it's not about confidence, it's not about insecurity. It's about that woman wants a certain type of man because she's a certain type of woman, and we can't be mad about that. And we need to have an educated, or to be self-aware of that. I'm not going to go talk to a Beyonce looking type chick if I'm not that Beyonce type nigga. It just doesn't make sense. Now, if I'm here with $100 million, my nuts is dropping, I got a $2 million boat outside, yes, I might be qualified to go after certain things. And there's certain women I can't qualify for, even at $1 million. You feel me? So that's the thing. We need to have a conversation. And let's be real about it. Guys like that end up with white girls. Guys like that end up with Hispanics, Arabs, Indians. They don't have a certain archetype of the type of man that they want in their thing. They just need somebody who's nice. And I'm not saying that our woman is this, but the way our society is, the way Black society is, our women want a particular type of man, and they're used to those type of men. Go ahead, brothers.
Yeah, and when Kendrick G said the last post, if anybody's interested, hit him up. And I'm kind of eager, maybe there might be a part two of it of somebody will call him up and everything. And I'm gonna go about what you said about Hakeem, what you said about other races will look at him, especially whites, Asians, Indians, because they're like I said, they have a different. I mean, in the black culture, we're very very different to other cultures. Other cultures they ride it down with family. They ride down a family, and there's very little black families like me. I come in my black family culture. We're all about family for my mom and my dad's side. So when I got out of high school and got out to the world and everything, if I was going to find the right woman, which I did and everything, I want to make sure we was right culturally about family, and she was right about family. That's why been together for 13 years, been married or anything. But Corey, for him, yeah, he's gonna a possibility that he's gonna look outside his race because I'm pretty sure he want a black woman. I'm pretty sure he desires a black woman. And the thing is, it's like men like him who maybe that's not so good looking, who maybe he does make good money. He probably does make decent make good money, but his looks or how he talks. They just look like, oh, you're not type of guy that I want to be with. They want somebody that's, a man that's, a little bit rough, a little bit kind of rough in the necks in a way. Have a little bit of a bad side in him, maybe a little bit of edge that he probably don't see that he must have. And the thing is like, other races that they don't care about that. And also, I won't be surprised if, he look at, some passport bro video and say, hey, if you can't find a woman in America, come down to South America, come down to, Southeast Asia, Thailand, Philippines, because, I know one podcast in Philippines called the Filipina P, I know y'all heard about the Filipina P, her podcast. She's like, hey, if, she says to American woman, hey, if you don't want them, send them, hey, come over here. We're all about family. And Philippines, she preaching about, Philippine women's, all the time. Say, hey, there's a lot of black men that come over here. They get, they get you, if they're looking for love or looking for a Filipino woman who likes something to build with, come over here. And then there's a couple podcasts that with Zoom to Thailand. They go to Thailand and build wives and everything. So, it just says like here in America, dating is just going down, and I just feel people they might be confused. They don't know what they want, and for men like him, it's either he gonna go to another race or he might go to another country.
Listen, motivational vision just proved my point with what I just said. He can find him a nice big girl, I'm sure.
He don't have to.
Yep.
If he go to another race, it won't matter.
Because trust me,
that's the mindset in our black community in a way.
Yeah, you better tell them. Listen, those skinny white girls, those skinny Arabs and Asian, they take them all. They take them all.
I'm sorry, Ronnie. I was going to say this. The reason they take them all because they look at because they fathers with their fathers in their lives. They don't look. The fathers in their lives in other races. They don't tell about. Don't get the man that looks good or this or that. Get a man that has a foundation. Who has a goal, who has a future, who's all about family. And that's the number one goal that fathers in other races. That's what they preach to their daughters. Hey, make sure you find a guy that's all about family, who has a good strong family foundation, and who wants to have and wants to build on that foundation. And once a woman finds that, that's why you see a lot of the fathers pays for the wedding. Because if they know if the daughter finds a good man, he usually pays for the wedding and everything. So go ahead, Ronnie.
No, but I can't say that black girl is the only woman that does that because I never dated all women. Because I know at the same time there's also a group of women that's also accepting of guys just like that guy, the nerdy type dude, and they be hot too. So I can't really say all women are like that, because then I'll be very disingenuous. But however, Now, when it comes to our group of women, when I say our group of women, I mean black women per se, they are sometimes picky, but the guy have a great personality and he's very charming, very respectful. Most of the time, the women do end up dating that guy. I'm just being honest. Even though he may seem like a lame. Go ahead.
I love that you say that. Now, my experience is is a little bit different. I've lived out of state. I've stayed in one of the most diverse cities in America, which is Boston, Massachusetts, and I've been to New York. Now, I lived in a college town. Now, I want to preface this when I tell you this. I'm Haitian. I'm not a thug. I didn't have an edge about me. I wasn't popular in high school. I wasn't popular in middle school. As long as you're a great man, I can build him up. Anything I touch becomes greater.
There you go.
You a different type of woman. But Sherry, there's a point that I don't want to draw out. Sherry Bryant, you are the archetype of what most men look at and want. Back in the days, we used to call them ghetto diamonds. Fair-skinned, light-skinned, nice body, 20-inch 6-week hair. I'm talking about, we love them. They don't date certain, they only date certain type of men. Sherry, you're an exception to the rule. Majority of the girls, listen, and it's not only them, it's them dark-skinned pretty girls too. Majority of the girls back in the days, when I grew up in Miami, if you didn't have a nice body, a nice wallet, a nice car, you was not getting talked to. Or if you didn't have no swag about you. I only was able to become attractive to Black American women. Let's get something straight. Most guys who are nerds, who are Black nerds, who are Hispanic nerds, who grew up in ghetto areas, they all want Black women. If you in these areas, we all want Black women. And listen, there's a particular type of Black woman. I want you to hear me when I'm saying this. I don't want to draw this up. I wasn't even thinking of skin tone. It's just interesting in general. No, you're thinking, but I'm bringing the skin tone in there because there's a bit of colorism in there too. When you grow up in these areas, we want the pretty ghetto girls. The girls who are in the cheerleading, the pep rallies, the ones who are nice, the one who was sucking the pickle juice behind the pig feet, who always was clean, always kept the sneakers clean. She looked like she bathed in milk half the time. She's not talking to a nigga like me or a nerd. I didn't have no drip. I didn't have no swag. I wasn't dressing. I was wearing Walmart clothes. Matter of fact, the sneakers I had, I couldn't even afford sneakers at Payless. There used to be a store called King Shoes, where it was like $3.99 for some sneakers. Now, here's the thing that I'm telling you. As soon as I left high school, I started hanging around dudes in the 40s. I'm prefacing this, the 40s, 64th Street, over town in the Poking Beans. I started hanging around them guys, which made me attractive to the women that I want. I'm not talking about the women who don't come outside, who goes to college and this and that. We wanted ghetto diamonds. We want the women that men lust after. When I left Florida, and I couldn't be, I didn't have to use swag or drip. Something interesting happened when I reverted back to myself. I wasn't appealing anymore. Then I started to notice I was attracting the type of people who I say that I still wanted to be with ghetto diamonds. But my personality, the way I dress, was appealing to Arabs, Hispanics, and that. Hey, you going to school? What are you going to school for, Hakeem? Geography. Maybe we should come over and study. Go ahead, fellas. I just wanted to put that point out.
Yeah, you have a great point about that. Similar situation with me, Hakeem. I was a nerd, very skinny, 130 pounds in high school. That at the time, that wasn't the ghetto diamond, you know. But the thing is, you know, me, how I talk, how intellectually talk, you know, I didn't talk hood, you know, and I definitely didn't want to talk hood at the time because, you know, that wasn't me. I wasn't raised like that. Even though I was living in the hood, you know, my mom, you know, grandmother, uncles, you know, I wasn't raised around that type to talk hood or anything. Now I had some friends that was in the hood but still they, you know, they talk hood, you know, they all that type of stuff, but they still respected me because of the person I was. So the man that was in the hood, that had a lot of hood friends, they respected me. They say, hey, you the smart guy. You know, they looked at me and said, hey, you might make it out the hood and everything. We appreciate you, because a lot of people in the hood, they don't get out like that. They don't get out, you know, they don't get out the city or they don't get out the state. So I had a lot of people in the hood, they respect me. Say, hey, man, I know you're gonna get out and make it someday, you know, another city, whatever, go to college, whatever, and all that type of stuff. And going back to me, you know, I wanted a ghetto diamond. You know, there was one particular girl in high school I wanted. You know, she was a ghetto diamond. She had a nice body, you know, light skin, natural hair, and she was nice. She was nice. But the thing is about it, I was putting the friend zone. And I knew at the time, it's like if I'm in the friend zone, I always think maybe I get a friend zone somehow, some way. But it always, like I said, once you're in the friend zone, you know, you ain't going out because the women that put you in the friend zone, she don't know what to do with you. You're not. She's not your type. She's not your type. So she don't know what to do with you. So she's gonna put you in the friend zone. And for me, being around the hood, it's like, you know, if I put in the friend zone, it's like, and being around, you know, in the small city of Pontiac, which, you know, I see a lot of, you know, ghetto diamonds, that's hood and everything, you know, I kind of knew it's like, hey, you know, I don't think, you know, I'm going to track a ghetto diamond. So either I was going to go to the suburb type of city, you know, maybe see you rarely see the, you know, black woman, you know, that's not ghetto diamonds, or, you know, maybe talk to a white woman, you know, that was at the last resort. I did not want to go to a white woman, but that was the last resort if I was going to leave Pontiac. Once I left Pontiac, once I went to Miami, you know, Miami just, you know, changed everything. You know, see, you know, from Haitians, Jamaicans, you know, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Colombians, you know, that right there, you know, changed my whole mindset and everything. Really, really changed my mindset, you know, just because, you know, when you're in the hood, that's all you see is, you know, black women, you know, hood women. And then once I went to Miami, that just changed everything. Changed completely everything. Now and it kind of opened my opposite. Hey, Jordan, you know, you don't gotta go, you know, your last resort is not to white women. You know, there's Hispanics, you know, there's Haitians, some Africans that live there too as well. I thought that was cool and everything. And that really opened my eyes. It's like, okay, you know, maybe there's a chance of me being with a black woman, you know, having black friends, especially going to college. You know, that's when you find, you know, that's one of the reasons that other races, you know, find that people they you know, get in a relationship about married to is college, because, you know, you out there, you're roaming around, and it's a new life to you and everything. And usually other races, whites, you know, Indians, Hispanics, you know, they usually find that mate at that age, and then they meet together, then they graduate, and they be in a relationship, and they get married. So I knew when I got to college, I had a chance. And that freshman year, you know, I met somebody, didn't know that was going to be my wife. She thought I was looking good and everything. But at the time, I was talking to somebody else, and she was talking to somebody else. Once I found out, you know, the chick I was talking to, she was kind of crazy. It's like, and I saw my wife, you know, how feminine she was, how so much she reminded me of my mom. I talked to her, and, you know, I told my feelings, and after that, you know, rest is history right there. So, but yeah, you know, it's just, you know, like I said, with nerds, you know, they really want the ghetto diamonds. You know, they'll do anything. They give you flowers. They'll do anything. But, you know, 8 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, you know, you really see a nerd kind of get with a, you know, a ghetto diamond like that. So if that's the case, either they you know, they go outside their race, or there's some black men, they might go to the suburban areas to see they find them a black chick. Because usually when it's some, you know, black people that live in suburban areas, you know, they more about, you know, they a little bit more about family because they get out the hood, you know, they, you know, less crime and everything, and they try, you know, build a family, you know, send to nice schools and all that type of things like that. So yeah, man, nerds, that, you know, it's, you know, how black women see nerds, not all black women, but you know, some of the black women that see nerds, you know, they just don't got that swag and they feel like they can't do anything. I feel like they don't feel like they could be, you know, nerds they could protect in some way somehow.
On the aspect of the ghetto diamond, that's why you want to see why it's a lot of ghetto diamond girls end up with multiple kids, fat and alone. I'm not gonna advocate for the ghetto diamonds. At the end of the day, I dealt with a lot of them, so I already know how they could sometimes end up becoming. Them guys are just stupid. I'm just being honest. Now, when it comes to the aspect of the video we just saw of this young this man, prime example, we probably 35 and up. Are we still gonna play these childish game and wait to not get a response? And a woman could simply just text him and say, "Hey, I'm not interested. You know, I think you should pursue someone else before you actually go and prepare for a date." Like, this is people's time, folks. That's why I say it be these type of women that a lot of these guys go to become red pill or become an incel because the way they're treating these type of men. These men are not trying to look for trouble. They're just trying to say, hey, I'm just trying to see if something's going to work out. And not only that, but you're also wasting people's time. Why text a person 150 times or every day, but then when it's time to go on a date, you don't respond? That's childish games. Now, they didn't say what type of race of woman this woman was. However, it's just that the time was spent on trying to prepare for the day, make sure everything goes right, but then get stood up right in the middle of it. To me, it's stupid, and I never understand that. I really don't. Go ahead.
No, definitely. I've always been around nice guys. I was in a group with a guy who were rappers, and I was the singer, so I saw how they were treated. So I drew me more into those type of guys. My friends really loved and took care of me, most definitely. And hold on, Jess J say, I've been ghost. It's hurtful. I'm not making a vid crying in front of the world. I understand that. But Just Day, everybody emotionally deals with different. I also wanted to make a point. There's fat, overweight women who want the same type of man a ghetto diamond wants. A lot of people get this misconception that big girls don't get men. They don't want to deal. They want the same men that Instagram girls got. This is the problem. These girls have men chase after them too. Who wants to settle down? But you hear statements that I can't be with nobody as big as me. Oh, I want to be with somebody that looks better than me. I've heard these things, and I'm only prefacing this. And guys, I'm not going to go into a tangent. Motivation, vision, action, and question, and I think we should answer this. What's the perfect date for you guys? And I'm gonna answer this quickly, and I want us to answer. Motivation, vision. The perfect date depends on the type of woman that I meet. If I talk to you, that first couple minutes of conversation going to determine if I'm gonna take you to Wendy's or if I'm taking you to Benihana's. Your level of interest in me dictates if you even if we might just even go meet up at a coffee shop. That's how men are doing it now. The way you are determines the type of date you get, and what level of work you put in going to determine the type of date. Since we control since we had to take you out and we got to spend our money, if you show less interest, your date is going to be less expensive. Go ahead, brothers.
For me, it's to me for perfect date for me is if I can have fun with you. So it won't be a dinner date with me. It's to me, it'll be Top Golf, go bowling, or anything that's fun that I could think of. we could do have some fun, and I can have fun with you. You know, we can laugh, we can talk, we can chill, we can compete. You know, play pool or something like that. You know, me, I'm the type of person that like to have fun, and talking while we have fun. Because to me, if I can have fun with you, then hey, we can last. Go ahead, we can last. Let's see what Ronnie got to say.
No, my perfect day is pretty much it's like a flow. It's like a flow, like not just being pressured to trying to impress anybody. You just doing what you do, what you feel is best for you and that other person. To me, I think that what goes well. I think when you try to impress somebody, that one of they try to go left, and that's why it's a prime example of this guy over here. I think he was trying to do something that he normally wouldn't do. He's like a guy that goes to a comic book. If you feel like, hey, comic book is not your thing, take the girl to the comic book and say, hey, let's read some comic books together. That's why you always got to figure the person out before you actually go on a date. Real talk.
I want to comment on it. I feel you, but let me ask you a question. And Sherry can answer this. To answer your question, certain times a man could be feeling a woman so much, he wants to go above and beyond. Your emotion dictates that. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Certain women, oh shit, we might go to season 52 if I'm feeling like this is the day.
No, but Hakeem, but check it out though. Are you the type that do go on season 52 every day?
Not now. But
no, but I'm just saying back then, like prime example, like me. They say if I'm someone that enjoy going to Prime 112. That's what I enjoy doing. I go to Prime 112 every weekend. If I meet a girl, it won't make no difference. I'm not going out of pocket because that's why I go every weekend. It's Prime 112. You get my drift.
I do get your drift, but let's say, for instance, we meet a men who fall in love with women. They just want to go above and beyond. Certain women have that energy about them to bring out what they deserve. If you are so feminine and you lead off with a certain type of femininity, a nigga might say, baby, let's go to Benny for the weekend. Let's go to Benny. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. And don't get me wrong, you are right. You already live a certain type of lifestyle. It ain't nothing to do a +1 if you eating that Prime 112 every weekend. That's nothing to a nigga with money. But I meet you, or I meet a good woman, and she is so sweet and nice. I'm not taking you to Wendy's. I'm like, baby, I made reservations at the Rock Bar.
I get your point, but the thing is, if you're not, this is what I'm trying to say. If you're not the guy that have those type of resources, because most of these guys do things to impress a girl on the first date. I'm just being honest. It's how I'm gonna take you to, like I say, Prime 112. I'm gonna take you to Ruth Chris. They're gonna take you to all these places that they know they're gonna be out of pocket, and then when they go on a date, they know their wallet don't really match, the resources. So then it makes you seem like, hey, I'm kind of out of my element. It's not wrong to take a woman to. I mean, not wrong to taking a Wendy's to, on a Wendy's day for the 5 for 4, because I think Chad Johnson. I wish we had that clip when he said, hey, when he first met his wife,
I'll find it.
He took it to McDonald's.
Yeah. You're right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. It like only if you guys have the same energy and y'all could flow. I think that what makes the day perfect.
I want to comment on that. You are right. But here's the thing. Chad Johnson is in a different type of situation where he's in a league where he only meets money-hungry women. So I guess he used that as a test. But there's something I want to say this. With Are You Immune? She said, I think it's obsession on both sides. I got to disagree with you on that. I got to disagree with you. I want to know why. I'm only saying this to the point because I've been around. I've had the pleasure of being around white people for over 11 years and see the way they work. When I was in a relationship out of town and I was invited to double dates, the white boy do not care what money he's spending. We're talking about these dudes are taking chicks to Benihana's like it's a regular day. And I'm talking about a restaurant like Bijuteki. When somebody likes somebody, he's going to do something. If you just, I'm only saying this because I've seen this happen and I've done this before myself. Depending on what level you in. Nigga, we going to, listen, if I had a great conversation with you, yes, I'm going to want to impress your ass because you impressed me. Yes, I'm taking you to Bijuteki with the knives flying up in the air. Then I'm asking you, man, you want to go to Cold Stone after this? Yes, I'm bringing flowers. If you think I'm corny, you not the woman for me. I'm showing you I'm a nigga that's dropping my nuts. So an obsession is not obsession, sweetheart. Some people are going to like it's just the same way. I'm going to say something that's controversial. It's the same way men, it's the same way a woman can feel so comfortable with you, she sleep with you on the first night. That does not make her a hoe.
No, that's facts. I agree with that one. Yes.
She can feel so comfortable with you, and you put her so much in a comfortable, safe space. You gave her conversations. You've been consistent. You've been this. She said, I'm going to give him my body. That don't make her a hoe. That just makes sure that something in her says that I'm feeling this guy on a higher level. So this is the same way where a man might want to lead with his wallet. Some women have that energy about them to be like, hey, damn, no, this girl nice. He might be talking to his homeboy, and his homeboy, dog, you talking good about it. You might as well just take her up to BBQs, get the reservation, tell her don't drive her car, go pick her up. Some women are able to get that. Shout outs to Kingish, man. Shout outs to Kingish. Go ahead, brother.
Nightish.
You see, I can't even read.
What you call a kingish? I think he'll take
Hey,
that.
he a king. That's good. He'll take the king.
You see, hey, listen, subconsciously I'm projecting. I don't need, you know what I mean? Go ahead. And
go ahead, Jordan. Cause you ain't got no take on that.
No, I was gonna say how can you right about that? You know, there's women. You know, if he's talking that good game and he's all and the stuff that you want about that man, he's saying like it's almost what you dream about in a way. Yeah, she's gonna open the drawers for you.
I want to comment on this, and let me tell you what women complaint is, and they got an issue. Some men don't have this issue to go above and beyond. The bar is low here, bro. Dating is so bad. You can just, if you bring flowers, that's a checkmate. You take her out to a nice place to eat, you put thought in it, that's checkmate. Men are not even going on dates anymore. Yes, we have to take the bar up another level. A lot of women are meeting men who are not setting the bar. This is why it's like, hey, what's the need of even dating anymore?
Just Jay, that's your question. Go ahead.
Let's get it. Okay, sometimes he leads, sometimes he don't. Is that the part of his character? That's what I mean by obsession. Now, are we talking about somebody you just meeting, Just Jay, or somebody you're in a relationship? There's two different things. If he's not, here's the thing. Another big issue with women have with men is consistency. If he's leading and he's not leading, then what's the even reason of even dealing with that guy? I'm firmly agreeable when leaving niggas in their track when they ain't handling their business. I don't never disagree when a woman say he ain't consistent, he need to go. I'm not going to object to that because I want you to be consistent with me. I want on-demand sex. I want cooked meals. I need clothes wash, foot rubs, back rubs, toenails cut. I'm going to cut a check. I'm going to go work 12 hours just so I can have that. I'm going to, if I'm going to damn near on my deathbed, I'm going to still be consistent because I know that's kryptonite to y'all.
Big facts.
Consistency, loyalty. Men don't want to practice that.
Real. That's real.
And I want to say this, Hakeem, and if something like that, well, you know, it's important to have communications like that if the man's not doing his job, because there's sometimes a man, he might not be there sometimes. And the thing is, if you're seeing it, let him know that. But if he's not going to change that or be consistent with that, that's when you need to leave, because you know, if a man's not doing what he's supposed to do in a relationship, that means, you know, that means either he's messing somebody else or he's not feeling you. And to me, it's like, you know, some women, they be trying so much. It's like, to me, it's a waste of time, and sometimes it's not worth it.
Okay, I'm going to say something controversial because she made a reference and she wanted me to, and You spoke about a man leading with his wallet on a date, depending on the woman. What makes the same man decide he not leading with his wallet with the next woman? I'm referencing to that. It's the type of woman. I'm gonna be keeping 100 with you. If a dude meets you, he spends on the first date something you did in between that time. Say, I ain't spending no more money. Because and then here's another thing too. When a man is consistently spending money and he stops spending money, he sees something that you're doing that he knows that this is all about money and you didn't take the time to be considerate. Some men stop for different reasons. We're going to take this into an example. Sherry took her dude out on a date. She spent her own money. He comes behind and drop a bag. You want to know why that happens? Women don't typically spend money on men. Women do the bare minimum at times. So when we see that happens, or if you do something, a man is going to pay top dollar for me. Fact, never will lowball. He knows my worth 100%, but you're doing something for him to know your worth. In the case of, he says, so it's not a part of his intimate nature. So Clay's code. No, it is a part of his intimate nature. The woman who you are dictates the way a man is going to treat you. You set the bar. If you not top tier or you do something that is a turnoff, he's not dealing with it. He's not going to spend no more money. Man, I want this shit for free. Fuck, I'm going to spend another $1 on this. I seen it happen. If you're not a top tier person, why spend? If a person see you not top tier, doesn't matter if you're fat, doesn't matter if you're light skinned, doesn't matter if you're dark skinned. It's your actions, baby. It's the way you talk. It's the way he watching you treat your kids. It's the way you present yourself in life. If you argumentative, if you're doing this, it's a lot of simple things. He's like, and his whole she talking like that to her kids? I ain't spending another $1.
And also how you talk to your other people's friends, family, mothers, fathers, all that as well.
You see what I'm trying to say? And Ron, I don't go ahead if you got something.
No, right now I'm trying to send Jordan a video so he could send to you about it was a man who spent like $600 on a date.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find that video. That's why I was taking my time. I'm trying to find that video to send to you guys so you can play it for the audience and how the turnout was. If Jordan can find that clip as well, that'd be great. But yeah,
okay, I look for it.
There's many stories that guys go out of their way, out of their element. That's why I understand where Judge J is coming from, and they're not used to being those type of guys. They're doing it because they feel like that's the right thing to do, and it's putting them in a lot of harm way. Go ahead.
And you're right, but it all depends on the character. And you're right. They probably chose one, but look at this. Well, goodbye work. Here comes the weekend. Yep. Sherry Bryan says, I love spending, making my man look good. Just Jay, you said, hold on. That's my point. Have fantasies built up in your head about people they don't know. Obsession. I get where you're coming from, but I also think it's this. I shop for all of us. I also think it's this. When you know your worth, and we got to understand the game, you know what I mean? I'm shopping. I'm the end product user. You feel me?
Yeah, I'll tell you one video right now. And this is not even our race. This is a totally different race. I came on.
Yeah. Hold on, let me pull that up. So when a man comes and meets a certain woman, and I'm gonna break that down, because a lot of people don't understand this. You feel me? Hold on while I put this in 04. Mm-hmm.
No, but you do make a valid point. I'm not gonna lie. Your points, you and Jordan, do make good points when it comes to that aspect. It just, I don't know. Like I think we've been taught wrong about dating. I think we're doing too much, and I think that's what's causing the big shift, because a lot of men are not those type of men. They doing. I get it. Of course, you know I'm a man.
Yeah.
Of course, you want to do things to impress the woman. But when you go out of your element like too far, I think that's when things become dangerous. And I think that's when guys starting to hurt these women.
No, 100%. Because they feel like they're being played. And here's the funny thing is, brother, I've seen you done marvelous things for certain people.
Correct.
And you've treated them exceptionally well. But they had to do something. But I've seen you done things for certain people, and I've seen you not do things for other people. So those people had to set a tone.
Big
Worth.
facts.
They
Yeah,
had to,
because Ronnie's very generous, yo. He is very generous.
Listen,
Beyond
generous.
Oh, thank you, guys. Don't have me blushing right now.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here. This man done took me out to eat plenty of times. And so I know he treat his family the way, like people like me and Jordan and his own peoples. I can only imagine what he do for women, but you got to set a tone. There's a tone you set is what Sherry Bryant said. It's the work. It's your worth. And let me tell you something. A man not going to spend no money to somebody yapping her mouth out.
No, big facts. No, that's real.
Talking like I deserve this and that. She's going to come in with grace and elegance. He already going to know, man, let me go get my credit card out the drawer. I'm swiping a day for her. And listen here, I'm going to say something controversial before I play this. Sometimes your worth will make a man want to spend money and not even for sex.
Yep.
Sometimes your grace, your elegance will make him just want to spend the money. He don't even want to sleep with you. He just want to make sure you straight.
What's your name?
My name's Paul.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ireland.
How long have you been in New York City?
Just under a year now.
Oh, so you live here now?
Yeah. I've been living here the last year, so
And how you like it?
it's the best city in the world. Easy.
What's the most expensive date you've been on?
The most expensive date I've been on, I mean, probably set me back like $600. Yeah.
And what'd you guys do?
I went for dinner. Yeah, it was a nice spot. The wine's usually expensive. That's the one that does it.
And where's the girl now?
There wasn't a good date. No. She wasn't a nice person.
So what happened? Why is it not good?
She not a great conversationalist. I mean, we like to talk in Ireland. She didn't have much to give back. So
Was she American?
she was American. Yeah.
What's the difference between American girls and Irish girls in regards to dating?
Things are faster.
Here?
Yeah.
Faster.
Yeah, faster. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. People.
How did you adjust to that?
Just jump right in.
Look at that. You see? Look, bro, his accent literally changed real quick. Nice dude from Ireland. You see? Well, that's the one women will prefer. Skinny dude, slim, good looking. That's the type of, and look, they still take advantage of these men.
But he dropped that 600. He said, yeah, it set me back 600. Like he said it like it wasn't nothing. Sherry, hold on. Here's the thing. Are You Amused says, this is not about him or her spending. This is about the point. If the case that I am the man crying, okay, here's the point. I want to read this before I go in. And it says, my man said it was unreal. This was Sherry spending her money. You're going to always, depending on the type of man, he says, Gorilla was spending when we was just friends. No sex, 2 years.
Wow.
I could stop podcasting today.
Pretty much.
I didn't ask for anything. Your femininity. You you being a nice person, you being sweet, you not having resting face.
And also the conversation. Remember you hear what the guy said? He said that girl wasn't really, she's not really conversational.
Right.
It was dry.
And here's the thing. I'm going to tell you something. And this is, I don't think Sherry did something unexpectedly that a lot of women need to learn from. She came into this not expecting anything, but she already knew the type of man she was dealing with. Most people in America, men and women, we lead off of expectation, off of society norms. You say a man supposed to lead in this, you're going to lead off that, and your actions will show. Where a man would say, "You not here for love, you here for money." But when you lead off and you're not expecting anything, you know the quality of a person, and you show that, you're going to get rewarded every single time. I don't put my business on blast like that. That's just me. No, I just understand. But here's the thing. We live in a place right now, people get so emotional, they want to get some type of feedback. I can honestly say if he went to social media, he probably didn't have no friends. It's a lot of people who don't have no friends after a certain age. A lot of them who probably didn't grow up in high school and have
Or
family.
I was gonna say this, or a father to talk to about it as well.
Thank you.
True. Yes.
You know what I mean? He wants to try to figure out why can't he find him a woman. He didn't look ugly. He dressed nice. He had on a clean shirt. I could tell by looking at him that he took a shower. I could look at you. Listen, it's some dudes we see out here who women like. You could tell ain't take no shower.
He probably putting that good cologne too, Hakeem.
Listen, I could go. You know what I'm trying to say? So we need to start thinking, and I understand that you say why he goes on. We can say the same thing about women. Why do they go online out and speaking about their relationship? We're trying to figure this thing out. Dating has become so difficult, but it's so simple. You need to talk to the people you're usually not going to talk to. You need to remove certain ideologies that you've been holding so long. That's not going to get you married. It's not going to get me married. I was taught colorism at a younger age because I'm a dark-skinned person, and they say that I need to equate my value with being somebody lighter than me. It's sad to say that, but that's what it is. In the fact I need to just love everybody who just love me. Light, whatever, this and that. And this and that. She said, LOS said, you're biased and you're not understanding what I said. I understand what you're saying. I think I'm understanding what you're saying. Plus, it's too much to type. I'm just saying is this. And I don't know what your experiences are. Your experience is probably different than other people. But the fundamental thing I know is this. Sometimes if there's a result that's not getting, is either the type of person you're dealing with or you're not the type of person that person wants to deal with. Because here's the funny thing that happens. You could be dealing with somebody, they leave you and treat the next person triple times better.
Yeah. They're not that invested in you. So that's probably what it is. Like, she's probably the one doing the most in the dating scene. Judge J probably the one doing the most, and the other guy's not. What it seemed like to me. But those type of men you just don't deal with. And not only that, what I learned is if you the one doing the most and the other one's not, you pull back.
Listen, there's a guy who I was in a program with when I had caught my case. He was a tall, big dude. You listening?
Yeah.
Real big. And he's from the city. When we was in a summer program together for kids who caught cases. Me and him used to talk. He didn't have drip like your boy. Hello?
Yeah.
Because I immersed myself in his life to be with Ghetto Diamonds. You feel me? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If you had some swag about you, I'm on you. My homeboy was tall and was fat. Big, tall, and he looked like a monster truck. Listen, and he wasn't that attractive. He used to talk and say, I just want a girlfriend. I just want a girlfriend. Mind you, big guy, and only shoes that could fit him was Buffalinos.
Man, that's big.
He used to talk to this. He used to talk to this, and I hope you're listening to. That's it's not about my choice. It's not about me. I know it's not that. I want to put a preference. He was in love with this big girl, this big black girl who was overweight. She had 2 kids. Now, mind you, she had 2 kids. I'm telling you this because I've known this guy for quite some time. He used to buy her food, used to run her things. She goes and tells him, because he's confessing this to me, that she say 2 big people don't look good together.
That's crazy.
Mind you, this is a guy who was overweight, who loved her for her. She said, "What me and you can do? I need a skinny man."
That is crazy.
So he
That mindset, I can't. That's just crazy.
Listen. He wasn't attracted to most girls, so he started bouncing at a club. There was a white girl who was a bartender there. He became friends with her. They subsequently started dating. She's 5'7" and like 140 pounds. I didn't believe him until he started posting pictures on Instagram. If you think I'm lying, I don't want to put his business out there like that. But he's in a relationship with a white, short little white girl, and he looked like he don't even look like no linebacker. He looked like a tall ass giant. But I'm just giving you an example of what that is. Like
Are they together to this day?
Yes, they are. Where's she going?
And that's just tell you what other races they don't think about certain standards about 6 feet 6 inches, all that type of stuff. If you're a nice guy and then you can show that you're a nice guy and you got good qualities, they will take you.
Listen, this is a lily white girl from Florida talking to this big black guy from Liberty City. I say, fam, you lying. You ain't with her. No, we in a relationship. I say, nigga, ain't no white girl gonna like you like that. I was even skeptical. I say, nigga, you need you a ghetto diamond. He said the ghetto diamonds don't want me.
That's very interesting.
Listen,
wow.
I want to get him on the show, but I don't want to put his business out there like that. Just to show you, he'll sat here and he'll say, and he only strictly dated big girls. He used to tell me this. He say, what 2 big people, how 2 big people gonna have sex? Men don't say this. Men don't say this. I'm talking about this is what the thing. So you can only imagine women who are even in his ilk have their own preference. Hold on.
I think when big women think like that, they feel like when a man about to have sex, he feel like he got that, they got to lift up their stomach just to have sex, and then you lift his stomach up on her. It's gonna feel it's gonna be too sloppy and wobbly, all that type of stuff. It ain't gonna be right. And I think that's I might be wrong, but I think some big women be thinking like that, which is that is not true. because look at these NFL players, these offensive linemen and defensive linemen. They about between 6'1" and 6'5", between 290 to 340 pounds.
Preach.
They got most of them have got white girls, some of them got black girls, and some of them got big girls.
Mm-hmm.
And they are athletic. Athletic. So I don't get that. I don't get why some black women that's big and fat, they think like that, because some of these men that are big, they could be athletic. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah.
Big fact.
Sherry Bryan says, don't get anyone who's broke, therefore you don't need you. If you deal with someone who is broke, you never know their true intentions. Most people come with sad stories looking for help. Stay away from that. Let a woman show you their worth. Okay. Jess J says, I don't think you're lying at all. I know petite women who call themselves chubby chasers. I hear men and women say that. Motivation of it. No, I'm being real. But
Cause I have a homeboy, his nephew is like, well, at the time we're close to like 400 pounds. He would get the baddest girl
I'm asking.
And I met him before. He's real cool guy.
The type of person who you lead. Me, listen. If you had some swag about you, it didn't matter what size. I'm hollering.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm hollering. You know what I mean?
See, if dudes understand that, I'm telling you, the dating game would change. But the problem is, they keep following social media. They say, "Oh, I got to take the girl to Ruth Chris, Prime 112." And remember, I'm not promoting Prime 112 because everybody know about Prime 112 in Miami. But the thing is that guys think that is the standard, and it is not. That's why I'm down for Jordan's idea, your idea. I came on taking these girls out for painting, to the museum, to dancing. Like I'm telling you, but they want to follow social media, and that's gonna be their end. That's gonna be their downfall. Go ahead.
That young man, that brother, I hope it's not a skit, but it does echoes the regular men, because he's a particular type of man, not the man who have trouble getting women, who have women falling all over him. These are the guys who wants to get married, who wants to be with somebody who's fairly attractive and this and that. And I think people got to understand how you can fumble yourself out the bag, because these women are available. These men like him are available to the women who are looking for a husband every single day. They're available. They're the mail clerks. They're at your job. They're moving up in their business. And you know what the sad thing about it is? A lot of these guys you could have gotten, other women get and improve them and lock them down. All it takes is for a good woman to snatch him up, have him eat some greens, do a couple laps around the thing, and he's going to be a sex symbol in a couple years. But by that time, she's already married with houses and rings and pensions with that, whoever he get with. Some women get with a man and upgrade a man. And sometimes you look at that, and I don't want you to think of upgrading him. You got to think of, what do you want? You want to be loved? You want somebody to love you? You want somebody to love your kids? Find a man with good character. Not the way he look. I know attraction is a big thing. Listen, I'm going to be real with you. I don't worry about love. I worry about love later. Because if you got a good character and me and you on the same page, we'll figure the love stuff out. We're going to have respect for each other, and we're going to know that we're going to come here for a common goal. Yeah, I'm going to grow to love you. But I'm not worried. The fact is, we're looking for love is the reason why a lot of us are not staying in relationships. Let that love build over time. You don't want to set an expectation and be disappointed. Let me see your character. Let me see how you treat your kids. Let me see how you talk to your mother. Let me see how you talk to your coworker. How you talk to me. I'm not paying no money for no motherfucker who's raising their voice at me. Y'all like fucked up.
And I want to say this, the guy that we show, if there's a part 2, I will not be surprised if you see a petite 140, 130, 125 pound white woman on his arms. And she's cheesing and laughing it up and all this type of stuff, saying, I'm going to marry this man. I got him, and y'all black women did it. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Listen,
hopefully a black woman will get him, because that's what I'm hoping for. But how it looks like, it might be another race. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Roni, she just Jay sent you this. Roni, that's the thing. You talking about women that follow social media. Why not put that energy to women that aren't? Why? Because people tend to want things they can't have.
Big facts. That's facts.
This convo not for me. I date men 6'6" to 5'5". I dated men wide and
groomless.
So I'm not a.
What's grimless? What's that?
She talking.
I mean, ugly.
Oh, okay.
Out there.
She said, "I'm not superficial." Then you're different. The conversation, we know you're not this, and we know this is not for the women who are on this, because we know this, but we do know that people pick differently. Let's not forget Sugar Bum. Sugar Bum said, "What love got to do with it?"
Yeah, but Grimless is the guy from McDonald's, the pink guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell Jordan, that's the guy. You see, like he's
Okay. Okay. I know, Justin. I got you.
Yeah.
I remember now. I got it.
It was his birthday the other day. Yeah, it was his birthday the other day. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's how I be. I'm telling you, that's how it totally be when it comes to this day game. Like, from that guy perspective, I hope it was not a skit. However, but if it was a skit, he did that to the T.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys can't relate. A lot of guys, especially the guys in Miami, New York, LA, any major city, they can relate to that.
Woo, Jesus, it's a lot. And listen, a lot of them aren't getting dates. A lot of them are not getting dates. These guys are working good jobs, and they just sitting here twiddling their thumbs. Cause we know most of our queens that we know what type of men they want. They want that thuggish. They want to do that looks good. They want sometimes a lot of them want men that other women want. A lot of women want men that other women want. A woman
it's not a fair tactic. I'm just saying it could be true. It's not a fair tactic. I'm not trying to put a fear. It's not a fair tactic.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's what Sugar Bone talking about, fear tactic. That's what I'm trying to say.
Jordan, that's a fear tactic. No, Sugar, let me tell you something. Show your face. Sugar, who's taking you out on dates? Who's taking you out on dates? Are you taking men out on dates?
You know that's not true, Rakeem.
We know, yeah.
See, it's a city girl. And the thing is, it's like, hey, what did I have to see that Carisha? He just said, hey, today, this is my last time this summer doing the city girl stuff. He said, I want a man.
Yep.
She said, that dating stuff is okay, but I want a man. And JT, she's a city girl. She ain't no city girl. She said, well, it was Lil Uzi Vert getting booed up.
Man.
Big facts. And then you already know, man, at the end of the day, that's why it's so very important to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you all for being here. We got to get a shout-out to Motivating Vision, Sugar Bomb. Of course, you came late, Sugar Bomb. Of course, you're always late, never on time. Sherry Bryan, Jess J.
Sky.
We had Lotus in the chat earlier. Ashley A. Just Hear Me Out, Nightish, people that's watching us on Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok, man, we really do greatly appreciate it. And also Instagram too, greatly appreciate it because you guys also watch on the playback there as well. And not only that, but God, please make sure you go to KL Culture Radio Community tab. In the community tab, there's a KL Culture Radio t-shirt, what Jordan I have on, and President Akeem new book. Come over here and support the platform. We on our way to 1K subscribers. With you guys' help, we will reach that goal. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Shout out to Sky as well.
Sky.
You can never forget Sky.
Can't never. Sky Bryant. Sky.
Man, we on our way, man, to 1K subscribers, guys. We're going to get there with you guys' help. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all, even the dislike. Thank you for all the interaction. We really do greatly appreciate it because at the end of the day, guys, you making this show the way it is today, man. We really do greatly appreciate it. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio. Enjoy your weekend. Go out, get something to eat.
Yes.
We over and out.
Hey.
Peace.
Take me to Prime 1.